Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sofia with an F. I'm freaking the F out. I'm feeling nervous. I haven't felt nervous like this to record an episode in a while, and I wrote a book. I couldn't even land the line, I wrote a book, but I wrote a mother effing book, y'all. I have been holding on to that knowledge for a while. And it's like, for the first time in 6 years, I'm already going to start crying. I get to talk to you guys for real and from the heart and not from a place of hiding, but I'm an author. I'm an author who sometimes podcasts. What can I say? And I am like, this is just such an insane moment for me. I'm literally going to cry. I'm just so happy. And I'm so going to remove myself from the moment a little bit so I can actually, record a podcast episode. These are incredibly happy tears, and I've just been living a life that was not fully real, and it wasn't 100% me. And it was just like this dark cloud that was kind of hovering over. And obviously, last year was the happiest, most surreal, incredible year of my life. And I've never been happier. But this was kind of the big thing that was missing. And I finally get to talk about it and talk about everything. And, the title of this episode is Daddy Issues because that's the title of my book, but I almost called it Daddy Speaks, which for the OG people will know exactly what I'm referencing. I can make jokes about Barstool now. I can talk about Alex Cooper freely. I can literally just exist how I've always wanted to exist. So let's go. A question that I know I'm going to get a lot is why now? It's been 6 years. You've had chances to do it. You could have spoken up when everything was happening. If it wasn't when everything was happening 5-6 years ago, at the very least, it could have been, 2 years ago. I wasn't ready until now to tell the story in a way that was going to be as honest and as truthful and as real and as ego removed as I possibly could. And I also wasn't going to tell the story in a TikTok. I wasn't going to tell the story in a 1-hour YouTube. And the only way that I was going to tell this story was in a book. Something I'm really, really good at is storytelling. I've always been good at it. If you've been here since day one, 6 years ago, storytelling is my strong suit, more so than just about anything else. And I would say writing, even though I would not say I'm this, super polished, insane, Pulitzer Prize winning author. I don't know, actually. I'll let you guys decide on that one. It's writing, and it needed to be writing, and it needed perspective, and I needed to grow up. I wasn't ready to tell it, and I, quite frankly, wouldn't want to read a memoir by 28-year-old me. Like, that is not the memoir I would even want to write. because it would just be totally layered with all of this unnecessary stuff. And I needed time. I needed time. I needed perspective. I needed to grow up. I needed to self-reflect. I needed to get real and raw and honest with what happened. I had to discern what was real and what was fake, how I experienced it, but also how the world experienced it, because I experienced it alongside you guys. I'm human. And when it all happened, I was trying to come to terms with my life, and I wasn't processing it through, how is this going to sound online? How do I XYZ? Like, that was not what I was interested in. Also, the audience is smarter now. Just people understand nuance. They understand media relationships. They understand that there's not a right and a wrong, an evil and a good. They get it now. You guys get it now. Excuse me, that was very rude of me. Some of you have always gotten it, and that is why I have this show, and that is why I'm here today. And I will start crying if I start thinking about the people who decided to ride with me. Not even just ride with me, the people who decided to, like, I don't know, not completely tell me to go kill myself. That's not a figure of speech, by the way. That is a very much was told to me around the clock. You guys mean everything to me. Money, money, money. I don't know about you guys, but in this new year, I have still not really spent the time to look into exactly how I'm spending and if I'm maximizing it all until very, very recently. There are so many options, so many opinions on how to develop good habits that actually make sense when it comes to your finances. Well, sleuths, I've found the perfect thing. And let me introduce you to Tellus. Tellus actually began as a property management app, helping owners and managers collect rent, communicate with tenants, and stay organized. But today, Tellus goes further, helping everyday people grow their money. Tellus is reimagining how everyday people can grow by offering a high-yield savings wallet powered by real estate. The app includes a digital wallet designed to help your money go to work for you without complexity. It's simple and clear. You can move funds in and out easily, track your daily growth, and access your money whenever you need it, with no processing fees and no locked up funds. There are also no fees to open or use Tellus. You can even earn better rates by engaging in positive financial behaviors like learning through Tellus daily trivia or setting goals for yourself. Learn more at tellusapp.com or search Tellus, that's TELLUS, in the Apple App Store or Android store. Tellus, earn more daily. Tellus is not a bank. Tellus is not FDIC insured. With spring almost here and schedules filling up, having a hassle-free way to refresh a wardrobe makes getting dressed way easier. Daily Look delivers a curated styling experience right to your door. Daily Look is a premium personal styling service, and Daily Look is the #1 highest rated premium personal styling service for women. Each customer works with a dedicated personal stylist who selects clothing based on body shape, preferences, and lifestyle. These are real personal stylists, not an algorithm. And you keep the same stylist for every box. Each box includes up to 12 premium pieces to try on at home, saving time and effort. Keep what you love, return the rest, and enjoy free shipping both ways. Getting started is simple by taking the style quiz at dailylook.com. Elevate your style by signing up at dailylook.com today. Take your style quiz at dailylook.com and get 50% off your first styling fee with the code Sofia. That's dailylook.com, code Sofia. I need to tell you guys how we got here, because that's the part that is cosmic. I don't love how the podcast is going. And so I decide to do a major pivot. And I put into play a Stalker show. And stick with me. I know everyone's like, what the this show? I'm still going to make this show, by the way, because it's brilliant. It was going to be like Baby Reindeer meets Girls meets This American Life meets Sofia with an F. And it was going to be this kind of like dark comedy, twisted up, but make it funny thing. And yes, I do have a stalker. And yes, he is a genius, brilliant, and magnificent. So I'm working on this show. And then I take this book meeting, which I literally like tried to put off so many times. Finally, I just sat down. I was like, you know what? I'm going to take it. And I was completely taken aback. I had been to book meetings in the past, multiple actually, and they were always approached with this spin. For example, this happened a few times where they were mostly dudes and mostly clueless, and they were just like, yeah, like you can incorporate a little bit of your story in there, but we need to have like an angle. We need to have a spin on it. Like how to date in your 20s, or how to survive New York love and relationships, or blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't want to write a how-to manual. And there, no shade, okay? Like I have friends that have written those kinds of books and they're incredible and amazing. And Lord knows I love a self-help book. Lord knows. But that's not me. That's not what I was interested in. I'm interested in writing a memoir. My story, a memoir. And so when I took this book meeting with my book agents and they approached it just like that, I left the meeting and I was just like, holy, okay. We start putting the proposal together and I will never forget it. I'm sitting on my roof, which is a tiny little roof, very private. No neighbors ever go out there. It's like my favorite place ever when it's warm. And I'm smoking a cigarette because that is what authors do. And I was trying to play the part before I had it, okay? I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm thinking about what it would look like to do this book and also produce this show that is a very out there concept. And I had this moment where I was just like, I can't make a show like this, not because it's about a stalker, but because I cannot create anything and be taken seriously, be seen as an artsy, kind of dark humor, intellectual kind of gal that I truly am to my core. And it dawned on me that there will always be a disconnect in anything that I try to create until I address the elephant in the room. And it was like, I need a reintroduction. So I have this coming to Jesus, serious like cosmic timing type shit. I have a team meeting the next day, and I go into the meeting and I tell my team, listen, these are the facts. This is what we're doing. I know everyone has been working tirelessly on this stalker thing, but we can't do the stalker thing until I do this other thing, which is talk about Call Her Daddy, talk about Alex Cooper, talk about Dave Portnoy, talk about myself, talk about Peter Nelson, talk about... Everyone's getting talked about in this book, let me just tell you. And I finish, and I think my cousin goes, yeah, we were all just kind of waiting. We all were wondering when this was going to happen. I'm like, cool. And then my cousin goes, is this because of the Hulu documentary, Call Her Alex, that dropped yesterday? When I tell you guys, I about fell off my chair. I literally looked at her and I was like, what are you talking about? She proceeded to tell me that there is a documentary, I'm in it, and she just assumed that this was like my rebuttal to said documentary. I had no fucking clue that there was a Hulu documentary. And no, I was not asked if I wanted to be in the documentary, if video footage could be used of me, if photographs could be used of me. By the way, I don't get asked. I see your guys' comments and DMs, and like things be going down, and you guys will ask, like, did Alex Cooper get permission from Sofia to use her in the documentary? Like, that must have been awkward. Did Alex ask Sofia for permission to use the term unwell since Sofia coined it? There has been no conversations or asks. I just, per usual and per the norm, I just kind of watch things happen at the exact same time you guys do. So had me like watch a couple parts of the documentary. Really the most alarming thing, and there were a lot of alarming things, but the most alarming thing was like, what was I doing with my hair? Why was I wearing that shit? And did I have the glow up of the century? Like, holy shit, I glowed up. I get into the whole unwell of it all in the book, obviously. The podcast network called Unwell, the merch still being unwell, the sports drink, electrolyte drink, some drink being named Unwell. Is it a little bit sometimes shocking, even for me, to see things I've said or jokes I made or stories or whatever being used present day and still not be credited? Like, girlfriend, you couldn't just call it the Call Her Daddy Network or something? Come on. Women are sold miracle products constantly. 30-day transformations, quick fixes, overnight results, most of which don't last. That's why Nutrafol stands out. It's not about hype. It's about committing to a simple daily routine that supports hair health from within and has actual results that I have witnessed firsthand with my own hair journey. And I've been taking their women's formula for about a year now. And there's real science behind it. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement brand. And it's the #1 hair growth supplement brand personally used by dermatologists. Nutrafol's hair growth supplements are peer-reviewed, NSF certified for sport, and clinically tested to measure improvements in hair growth, quality, and strength. It's also not a one-size-fits-all. Nutrafol offers targeted formulas for different life stages and lifestyles, and it's so easy to stay consistent with subscription delivery and free shipping. Let your hair be one less thing to worry about. See visibly thicker, stronger, faster growing hair in 3 to 6 months with Nutrafol. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you visit Nutrafol.com and enter promo code Sofia. That's Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code Sofia. Sleuths, I have always been about optimizing my time, my energy, and my overall bandwidth. And sure, there is something serendipitous and really cute about running into your soulmate at the grocery store, but I don't go to the grocery store and I don't have time to be frequenting one. You know what I mean? And in the new year, like Kylie Jenner said, it's the year of realizing stuff, the moments where you feel yourself becoming who you really are. That's what I love about the dating app Field. It's free from ads, completely independent, and built for curious, playful, open-minded people. Field doesn't gatekeep connection. There's no algorithm telling you what you should want. The only person who gets to decide that is you. And the Field community is famous for change. In fact, 62% of members say their sexuality, interests, or desires evolve within their first year on the app. In a space with no pressure to be anything, who might you become? There's also no fast swipe culture here. You can take your time, revisit profiles, and actually sit with the traction. With over 20 sexuality and gender identities, room for friendship, and features like shared desires that show what you have in common right away, Field makes honesty feel natural. Download Field, spelled F-E-E-L-D, on the App Store or Google Play. Alex Cooper and I will forever be linked to one another. And that doesn't mean, she doesn't have this incredible, insane career and all the fucking success in the world. We will always be tied, whether we like it or not. She has tried to bury that as best as she can, and I don't blame her necessarily. I guess the thing with me is I do have to talk about it, but that's because there was one narrator 6 years ago, and it was Alex Cooper. And it doesn't serve me to be in denial. And let me tell you, I spent a long time trying to deny it too, and trying to be like, stop comparing me to her, stop linking her with me. I'm living a new life. This is my own thing. I'm a separate entity, but she is part of my history. She's part of the most life-changing thing that's ever happened to me. That brings me to the book. It is slightly important to me that people do know this book is not a rebuttal. This book is not me talking my shit, although there definitely are elements of that. I will not lie to you. This book isn't like a rant, okay? It is a Simon & Schuster book. It is a memoir. It is documented. It is fact-checked. It is real. And obviously, I had to fucking call it Daddy Issues. And y'all don't even really know about my legit daddy issues with my dad and my stepdad. There's a few fucking dads. There are a few dads, and you guys will come into the journey with me. It's also, I know most people are probably here for the truth and for this piece of it, but it is the most like vulnerable telling of my story that I've ever done. And that includes before the call her daddy of it all and after. And I think I literally I want to compare it to, what was that book? And he got in so much shit for lying, A Million Little Pieces. He like got in trouble for like lying about certain things. I can tell you one thing. I don't lie. And that was actually really hard because there were moments where I wanted to be like, fuck off and fuck you. But that's not a true telling. It's a crazy ass memoir. The book cover. That's it. That is quite the book cover, you might say. That is a pretty spicy, pretty bold book cover. This photograph is of me and another person with a whiteout over them. And the reason that I decided to go with this picture is, one, memoirs, especially ones titled Daddy Issues, tend to read a little grim. I needed to balance the title with what the book is. And yes, there is the daddy issues piece, but there's also a picture of me right now on the Call Her Daddy Instagram, mind you, where I'm tagged. And that picture is this picture. And quite frankly, when people ask me, why are you writing this story? The story has never been told, okay? Like point blank, it has been PR approved, whatever. Like there's that telling. And there have been a lot of attempts to just like, boop, erase me. I wanted to erase me. Are you kidding? I wanted to be erased. But I'm writing myself back in, literally. I want to end on this note, is that I'm not interested in writing a tell-all. I do tell all, but I'm not interested in relying on my trauma during post the Call Her Daddy years. I'm interested in telling a story that deserves to be told, not just for my sake, but for everyone's sake, you know? It's like this mythical, we don't really know what the fuck went down. And I actually think it will be a book, definitely not in the self-help lane, but it's for anyone who's been fucked over, betrayed, had someone instantly turn into someone else, had a breakup, friendship or otherwise. For anyone who feels like they don't know what comes next and they don't know how they're going to get there and they're really scared and hopeless and don't know if they're going to make it to tomorrow, I got a book for you. And with that, Daddy Issues is available for pre-order now, and the link will be in the description. Also, check it out on sofiafranklyn.com. Pre-order sales are what make bestsellers, and I'm ready for my bestseller era. And I love you guys, and I'm very excited for this new ride. Bye.